name's Tim, and I was born and raised in Detroit. And through a really twisty, windy road, somehow I ended up being a street photographer in Detroit. And it's been quite the journey. I had a lot of people question my ability because I'm visually impaired. In the state of Michigan, I'm legally blind. And they say, how does a blind guy get involved with being a photographer? And I was always passionate about photography, and I had some influences. My cousin's husband's name was Joe Mancinelli, and Joe Mancinelli was the photographer for the Detroit Fire Department. And I would go to his house and I'd look through the photos he took, some crime scenes, some big fires. I'd see his work on the news and a lot of different things. And I bought my first camera when I was young. I didn't really know what to do with it or how to use it too well, but I started poking around, and I remember my father asking Joe if he should buy me a better camera. And Joe said probably not, with his eyes the way that they are. What he's got's good enough. And I stuck to taking family photos of my kids when I got older, and a lot of stuff. And I had moved to California. I'm a displaced auto worker. I was working for Bathy Manufacturing, and my ex-wife worked for General Motors. And the TRA money was running out, and we had a chance to move to California. We did that. I lived in Northern California for 29 years. And bought a nice camera while I lived out there. And when I came back, I met this guy named Bruce Giffen. And I spent a lot of time, for about 3 years, hanging out with him on a real regular basis. He loaned me some lenses, and all of a sudden, I was able to see what I was shooting. And it made quite the difference. I started running around with some people in the art community, and they gave me some pointers, and they loaned me some equipment, and eventually someone said, you should submit that to an exhibit. And I did that, and I didn't get in. So I decided I would do my own shows. And the first big show that I did was called an interpretation show, and 17 artists painted a truck that I photographed in Northern California. And that was the beginning of the interpretation shows. Since then, I've curated or co-curated about 11 shows, and I've met literally hundreds of artists who've been involved with the shows. And I've had an incredible number of painters paint my work, which was very flattering in the beginning, and it turned into quite the experience. Probably the project that I'm the proudest of was a project that's available on YouTube. I co-curated the show with Jim Ahu, who has since passed, and it was Growing Old on the Street. And Jim ended up making a video of the show, and it was a huge success, and great to be part of a show that did that well. I've had opportunities to do a lot of things with my photography that made me really happy. I did a project for Art and Soul, and they find homes for kids that are in orphanages and facilities, and a couple couple of years I went up and shot some of the children that were involved. That was really an incredibly good thing to do. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the kids. And when all this craziness with the pandemic's over, I hope I get to do it again. And I met a lot of wonderful friends in the art community. And I think everyone needs to find something they're passionate about. And I think I found that in my photography. I love what I do. I love being out on the street. And I love hanging out with my friends in the art community. And I hope I'm able to do it for a long time. Thanks.